We are transitioning well. I feel like we're kind of controlling the tempo. We have them held in their tower line, not the other way around. We're gonna stick to this Anubis while he's ulting. Baron's able to get the pick. We recover our Stinger, and that is a 16-second cooldown versus an 80-second cooldown. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we're going to be playing AMC or Muzen in ranked Joust. If you are new to the channel, I upload 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If you are a returning viewer, this is video 8 of 9 that are pre-recorded and before the most recent patch, which is now live. Your boy's on vacation, he's enjoying himself, he's about to head home, and I will catch up with y'all very soon. So let's go ahead and review AMC's abilities. Muzen's 1 is his hive. He's going to summon a hive, and if he's standing within 90 units of this hive, it's going to give him increased attack speed, increased movement speed, and it's going to heal him every second. This is also going to interact with his 3. Muzen's 2 is a swarm. It's a line attack that's going to deal damage and apply bees, which is his passive, and we'll get to that momentarily. AMC's 3 is his honey. He's going to shoot some honey on the ground. If the honey is within 90 units of the hives, the bees are going to swarm and deal damage to the enemy. The honey is going to apply a 20% slow. Muzen's ultimate is his stinger. Muzen's is going to fire a line attack that is going to stick to the first god that it hits. It's going to apply bees and cripple them for 3 seconds. If the target dies or after 3 seconds, the stinger is going to pop out and fall to the ground for 4 seconds. If AMC is able to pick up the stinger, he's going to get a significant cooldown reduction. It's an 80% cooldown reduction. So you can take an ultimate that takes over a minute to recharge, and then you can use it about every 16 or every 20 seconds. AMC's passive is his bees. Enemies afflicted by bees take damage every 0.5 seconds for 2 seconds, so a total of 4 times. Basic attacks refresh and extend the duration of bees by 1 second. This damage does not trigger item effects. So in terms of the build, we're going to be going with the tier 2 of Transcendence. We're not going to get a starter item. If we wanted a starter item, we would get the Attacker's Blessing. Once we evolve that, that would give us 10 penetration, which would really help our damage in the early game. Not having the penetration, we're going to be playing more for the mid, more for the late game. Right now we have 1 hive up, and unfortunately we're going against the Hercules. Hercules is really strong early game, and he can displace you with ease. They also have a double mage composition, Anubis being one of them. We're probably going to need to pick up some anti-heal for the Anubis later on in the game. So if we do build a defensive item, we want to build a magical defensive item, something that's going to give us some magic protections. Shogun's Kasari is a good one that comes to mind. We're going to use our line attack. We're going to get some damage onto the 2 squishy characters, Merlin and Anubis. We're going to get some basics onto this Hercules, but we're also trying to avoid his abilities. Baron's about to get pushed, and I think that might be the first blood. So unfortunately the enemy team is able to get the first blood. They get 500 additional gold for that, whoever got the final hit on the person. Cerberus is able to get the return kill. We place our 1 near damage. So we have a bunch of circles going on. Just because we're standing in an overlapped area does not mean we're getting doubled effects. Once you have the effects, that's it. Hercules is very weak. He pops a shell. That shell might get him out of there. Miss a basic attack, miss another basic attack. We're going to hit him with the slow. We're going to back it up just a little bit. Damage is going to respawn after this wave, so we're probably going to want to make a play for it. We have a Baron zombie, so we got the Baron's Brew, and then we got some health potions. Typically, if you start with the tier 2 of Transcendence, you want to go 3 health potions and 3 mana potions, or maybe a 4-2 health and mana. AMC does use quite a bit of mana. If you play a little conservatively and only play some hives and use your 2 for lane clear, you can get away with not having a lot of mana potions, but if you're using your 3 often, you're going to burn through your mana pretty quickly. We always want to make sure that we have hives, and that whenever we are pushing up into an area where our hive exists, so that way we're getting the increased movement speed and the heal that comes with it. I think AMC is one of the strongest early game hunters that there is. His abilities just do a lot of damage. He's able to gain movement speed, have a heal, increases attack speed. He has a lot of things going for him. Unfortunately, he does not have a dash, but he does have his hives to kind of make up for that. We get a basic onto Anubis, and we're going to have to fall back. We really don't have any mana for any ability other than our 2 right here. We just got enough money for Transcendence, so we are going to want to back pretty soon. Anubis got a little too close. He spooked us. We're going to hang out for one more wave. AMC, our Baron uses his ultimate. Hercules is very weak. Serb gets melted by Anubis. Hercules is very weak. Unfortunately, we are not able to get the pick onto the Hercules. After this wave, we're going to want to back and start stacking our Transcendence. Transcendence, as soon as we buy it, is going to give us 35 power, 300 mana, and 10 MP5, which is the amount of mana you recover every 5 seconds. It has a passive that is going to allow us to start stacking mana, and it's going to convert a percentage of our mana to power. Once it is fully stacked, it is going to give us about 75 power in total.
I'm building stacks.
So I let the team know that I'm building stacks, which is very easy with AMC. We just use our 2. Our blue is up, so we're going to make a play for that. Hercules is making an effort to destroy my beehives. That is one counter to AMC. If you never make a play for his beehives, then he's able to just reliably have them hidden around the map. But if Hercules is constantly destroying my hives, then I need to kind of keep placing them, which is going to consume my mana. And he might be able to zone me from being able to place it in a good spot. We use our 2. We're able to get some damage onto the Hercules. Baron is able to use his beads. To destroy an AMC hive, you have to use a basic attack. Abilities won't do it. Only thing that can do it is a basic attack. We miss our ultimate, unfortunate, so that is an 80-second cooldown whenever we miss it. Baron uses his ultimate, gets the pull onto the Hercules. We get some basics onto the Anubis, but unfortunately, he's able to get away with 1 health or 1 basic attack remaining. We have 16 stacks, so our power is starting to slowly go up. Anubis is working on the red. We're going to try to go make a play for the Anubis. Anubis wraps us and just falls back. We're going to go ahead and back, pick up the tier 2 version of boots.
Your middle tower is under attack.
We're going to be able to get some of the gold and XP from this wave. We didn't back at an ideal time, but we kind of had to back. We didn't have any teammates up, and they were in lane. We should probably set up a hive so we can fill some of this gray area with our blue. We're going to go ahead and hit the small camp or neutral camp in the middle, get as much gold and XP as we can while we're waiting for the minion wave to respawn. Hercules is a little far pushed up, so is their Merlin. We're going to play it a little safe. Serb uses his jump aggressively, gets wrapped. We're going to use our 2 through the wall, get some damage onto the Anubis. We get knocked up. Luckily, he did not have his dash. Looks like we're going to be able to loop back around and get to the tower. If we wanted to get the maximum amount of power, we'd be going with Warrior Tabi, but we want a little bit of attack speed, so we're actually going to be going with Ninja Tabi as a hunter. I think being able to get more autos off pays off more in the late game than it does in the early game. We get body blocked. Very good body block by that Hercules, and Anubis is able to clean us up. So unfortunate, we're off to a bit of a rough start in this game. Enemy team is really taking advantage of their character selection with Hercules. Hercules is setting up almost all of these skills. Can't tell if Serb protected or blue. Yep, he did. If you look at the mini-map, there's a little green dot, and that means that the potion is there. Ooh, so forget about my statement about Ninja Tabi. We're going for full power right here. We want to just smack with our 2. Late game, the difference of 20 power between the two boots isn't going to make that much of a difference. Getting that attack speed could, but we're playing for the mid game. We want to get this power online as quickly as possible. That way we can just use our 2, our ultimate, and then shoot a basic attack or 2 and get the pick onto people. We're going to place a hive, use our 3 onto this Merlin. That's going to apply 20% slow. We use our line attack, we use our ultimate, and we're able to get the pick onto the Merlin. Getting a kill on an enemy god is going to give us 5 stacks instead of 1. We used our beads to avoid being knocked into tower. Baron is able to get some good damage off, and Baron is also going to be able to heal us. I really like our team composition. Baron has an ultimate that requires you to burn beads, so same with Serb, so that's going to be a constant concern. We get ulted by Anubis, we use our 2, we kind of walk back into his raise, and we get melted. Serb's able to get the pick onto Anubis, but he goes down. After going into the Warrior Tabi, we're going to be going into Quincy. Quincy is going to give us a little bit of attack speed, a little bit of power, a little bit of flat penetration, and it's going to give us some lifesteal. Once we fall below 30% health, we're going to gain increased lifesteal for a short duration, which is going to allow us to recover a majority of our health. I really like lifesteal on my hunters. I think your 2 options for best lifesteal is Devourer's Gauntlets or Aussie. It might be more beneficial in Joust to just go into abilities, but I thoroughly enjoy my lifesteal. We're going to use our 3 to get a little bit of the slow. We use our line attack. Herc's able to dodge it. 8 more stacks and we're fully stacked, so we do want to try to stick to the minion wave. We didn't really pay attention on that last one. The damage buff is up. We're going to check their blue, set up a hive. We have 2 there, so we actually didn't need a hive right there. Serb jumps in, so we can't really loop around to the damage. We feel a lot more comfortable dancing around this Hercules when we're within the radius of our hive. Looks like Hercules is chasing us to the damage. Maybe it was just to get the hive. We're going to fall back, try to help our team. A little indecisive right there on the route that we wanted to go. Serb uses his ultimate. We miss our ultimate. We are going to fall back just a little bit. Serb pops a shell for us. That's going to mitigate a decent amount of the damage that we just took. We're going to set up a hive, that way we can push up mid. We're going to apply a slow to the Anubis. He uses his ultimate. We're going to use our 2, hit him with a basic, and we're able to clean him up. He didn't really have much choice there. The stun on the Baron is a pretty ridiculous ability. Or the root, I should say, not the stun. That one. Merlin has to blink away. Damage is up, so we're going to start working on this. We tell our team. Does not look like they're going to contest. Baron is a little far up. He does not have a dash, so he really has to wiggle around this Hercules. He's able to use his beads to avoid being pushed near the tower. If he got pushed, Merlin might have been able to get him with some damage. Our blue buff is up. We are going to want to be hitting camps when we can. We also have enough money for Aussie, so we're going to want to back here pretty soon. It looks like we're backing. We're going to pick up Aussie. So if we fall below 35% health, we're going to gain an additional 30% lifesteal. So I consider this kind of my core 3 items in Joust: Transcendence, Boots, and lifesteal. After this, we're looking at what the enemy team has and how we can counter them. I think the biggest concern that we have is their ability to heal. Their Anubis has lifesteal, their Hercules has healing built into his kit, and Merlin probably is building some form of lifesteal. So after going into Aussie, we're going to go into Brawler's Beatstick. Brawler's Beatstick is going to give us a little bit of power, it's going to give us some flat penetration, and it has a passive that whenever we damage an enemy with an ability, we are going to reduce their healing by 40% for a short duration. Hercules is kind of camping. Baron uses his ultimate. We use our line attack. Cerberus uses his ultimate. Unfortunately, Hercules can just tank all of this right now. We're going to use a line attack. We get a little bit of damage. Our bees might get the Hercules. Unfortunately, they do not. They're all very weak. I don't think we're actually going to be able to get anyone right here, though. We don't have to worry about Hercules pulling us. We're going to jump in our spacing. We're just trying to stay within our circle, so we're getting those increased movement speed. Hitting them with the bees, just applying constant damage. Brawler's Beatstick can be easily applied with AMC's 3. Whenever you use your honey and you can get the bees to go to an enemy, it's going to apply tick damage, and it is going to swarm to allies that are standing near them. So you can potentially hit 1 or 2 people and get it to spread to the third person. We get our 3, and you see how it's spread to all those minions right there? We're going to set up a hive. So we lost the early game. I'd say we're in the mid game. I'd say it's about even. We are transitioning well. I feel like we're kind of controlling the tempo. We have them held in their tower line, not the other way around. We're going to stick to this Anubis while he's ulting. Baron's able to get the pick. We recover our Stinger, and that is a 16-second cooldown versus an 80-second cooldown. We get some shots onto the Hercules, but we miss a majority of them. We use our ultimate, which is going to cripple him and prevent him from being able to dash. We do want to go in there and recover it. That's going to save us a lot of time on our next use of the ultimate. We might even be able to use it again in this team fight. We have our 2. We're going to use it onto the Merlin. We're able to get the pick onto him. Even if we hit the Hercules with our 2, there's no guarantee that we had the damage to actually get the pick onto him. Settling for the Merlin was probably the better choice. We're going to use our 2. We missed our ultimate, so it's going to be an 80-second cooldown, which is a little unfortunate. We have a pretty penny in the pocket and no mana, so we're going to want to hit this blue buff and then back. We're going to leave the wave for Baron. We are level 15. Everyone on the enemy team is a 13, and our team is a 13. So we're the highest level. We're going to go ahead and pick up Brawler's Beatstick. 40 power, 15 penetration, and it's going to reduce their healing for 8 seconds. We should pick up a relic right here. If we do not, it is a misplay. We do pick up Aegis. After going into the Brawler's Beatstick, we're going to be going into the Fail Not. Mainly for the cooldowns. It's kind of this weird hybrid build, half attack speed, half ability. We didn't really want to get Toxic Blade, which has anti-healing on it, because it's a little harder to reliably land your auto attacks than it is to just throw your honey out there with AMC. A lot going on right here. Anubis uses his ultimate, Baron uses his ultimate. We're kind of just hanging out in the back. Cerberus uses his ultimate, gets the pull onto the Hercules. Hercules is making a play for us. We're going to use our 2. We get hit onto him. That is a ultimate. And unfortunately, the Anubis is able to get a pick onto us. Right there, we just hung out in that fight a little too long. But it looks like our team was able to clean it up. So 2-for-1 trade. Ultimately, that is worth it. They were able to get us, but 2 people went down. Merlin has got Divine Ruin, but with Toxic Blade it's a little harder to apply the anti-heal. With Brawlers it's very simple. Since it is ability based, we're going to want some cooldown, and Fail Not is a great item that works for hunters. It's going to give us 20% cooldown, it's going to give us 45 power, it's going to give us 20% crit and 10% physical penetration. So right now we have 30 flat penetration from Aussie and Brawler's Beatstick. And now we're going to get 10% from the Fail Not. We're going to go ahead and clean up the wave, tag Merlin with our 3, that's going to apply as slow, and he's going to have to blink out. Damage is up, we're probably going to make a play to contest for it. Looks like Hercules is just running around the back though. We're going to fight into him just a little bit. We do have our ultimate. The Anubis gets blown up by our Baron. We're going to use our ultimate. Nope, we use our 2, then our ultimate. It's going to apply a cripple. Baron's able to get a double kill. Cerberus has found the Merlin. This is going to apply some pressure. We're just going to go ahead and focus on the tower. Baron misses his poke. We're able to use our 2 to clear the wave. Cerberus is tanking the Phoenix. We're going to want to get these last little minions and then focus onto the Phoenix. Merlin blinks in aggressively. I have no idea his logic there, but we're going to clean up this Phoenix. I don't think this is game because they have 2 people responding. So we're going to make it the smart play and just go ahead and back it up and clean up the jungle camps that are left on the map. We're going to go ahead and pick up the damage buff after the small camp and then go ahead and back. Fail not, we need 1900, so we probably should have stuck around and hit that other camp. And it looks like we're actually just going to wait out the fail not. So we definitely could have played that a little bit better. Maybe our small camp was there. We're able to get fail not, so we're going to go ahead and leave the spawn. Fail not. After we use our ultimate, the next basic attack is going to mark an enemy. All allies are going to have a 15% chance to crit them for 10 seconds, and it can only occur once every 45 seconds. So our 20% after we ult is going to get an additional 15%, so a total of 45% crit chance after we ult. Assuming we can land a basic and mark them. We have high pressure right here. As long as Serb is with us, I feel pretty comfortable. May not have been the best hive because Anubis was able to kill it, and now we don't have a hive to stand in. Baron's able to get the pick onto the Anubis. We're going to use our 3, get the slow onto both of them. We're able to avoid the Hercules ultimate. Get some damage onto the Merlin. Throw our B's onto the Titan and to the Hercules. We use our ultimate. It goes past Hercules because it was a miss and goes through the Titan. Get a little bit of lifesteal off of that minion. We pop another Baron Brew, and it looks like we're going for the win. Like we're trying to be super aggressive. Baron's able to get the pick onto 1. It's just the Hercules left. I don't think he has the damage to clear the minions and keep us off of it, and it looks like that is going to be the end of this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.